Hey guys, it's Cece from the K-Pop Bible, and as you all know, Kai just released his first debut mini album. And so, as the designated Aragam, you know what we're about to do today. So I just got the albums in the mail on Monday, and I waited until today to record this unboxing with you guys. I ended up ordering the three versions of the album. So you get version X, version Y, and version Z. So I'm just, this is the first unboxing that I do, so if it doesn't turn out as great, just bear with me. I wanted to do this because I was really excited. Okay, so I'm gonna be opening version X first, and it's this one right here. So while I unbox, I'm definitely going to be talking about the album and sort of my reactions to the whole process. I think Kai's debut has been a long time coming, He's been in the industry for so long, and I personally, out of all the EXO members, he is my favorite one. And I think that unfortunately, he hasn't been able to show much of, K-pop audiences outside of EXO-L's what he has, and I think this album was able to do that. So, okay. Kai actually said that he made this sleeve to hold everything together. So I'm just gonna bring that down. Gonna put these aside so you can just get the main focus on this. So this is the book itself. It has like a glossy sheen to it, and it's a bit reflective under light, as you can see. And when you open it up, this is what you get. So I'm trying to be careful because there's some things underneath it. So yeah, this is what you get. It's this beautiful picture of Kai with the lyrics for on his cheek. First impressions so far of the album. I am actually so surprised at the quality of music that he released. I never underestimated Kai, but I was kind of scared because he sort of hinted that he was gonna do different genres, and just based on his own personal favorite artists, I already knew that it was going to be R&B based, so I was excited for that. But this is definitely something that I feel like even Kai fans did not expect it, and we're just so happy to just see all the work that Jongin has put into the album, be celebrated by both EXO-L's, Aragams, and, just K-pop fans, because I think he's been able to sort of get the attention of people who've never listened to him before. So it's really exciting, and I honestly just can't wait for his full debut album, because this is a mini album, and so I think it was just put out to sort of test the waters and see how people would react, and so far it's gotten a lot of positive reviews. So if you guys haven't purchased the album, unfortunately I do believe that it's currently out of stock in some websites, but let's hope that SM is going to continue manufacturing the album. I know that the pre-order for the Jewel version CD is out, so if you guys would like to actually purchase the CD of the album, you can, but I'm not really sure about the photo books, but I will let you guys know in the description box with any links that I know are available for the album. So I actually placed my pre-order during the first week because, you know, you can never trust SM. They usually don't do well with producing a lot of copies of an album. And so I didn't want to be in a situation where, as a Kai fan, I wanted the album, so I didn't want to be in a situation where I didn't have it. So this is the photo card I got, and as you can tell, it is Cowboy Kai. I actually really like the whole cowboy aesthetic. I think not a lot of people like it, unfortunately, but it's one of my favorites, and it's so cute because he's like shooting arrows at you. I'm gonna get a close-up of this at the end so you guys can see much closer. And of course, these are the stickers that come with the booklet. So I'm just gonna put these aside because I don't want to lose it. So this is actually the lyrics. And what I like about it is that the outside is sort of glossy, but then you get into this part and it's sort of like a paper texture, and it's not like cheap paper. I actually like the feel of it, if I'm gonna be honest. So you guys are probably wondering what my favorite songs from the album are, and I honestly can't it's like, how do I describe this? Kai is like my baby, and I can't pick a favorite. It's so impossible. But I guess if I really had to like think about it, my favorite tracks from the album is Nothing on Me. I really like that song. I also like Hello Stranger. I wish you could perform the full version of that. And of course, I loved the title track. So those are my top 3 favorites. But you know, this album was a no skip. So every song was amazing, and I loved each individual track. I think that he was able to give us a solid debut album, and that is something that I haven't seen in the industry. So I'm just gonna be careful because this is the CD, and I'm gonna push this a little bit to the side so you can see this is the CD. It has this cool design right here. Yeah, like as I was saying, like I think Kai, what I can say about, you know, waiting for his debut album, I'm actually kind of glad that he took his time to really hone in on what he wanted his sound and image to be as a soloist, because we already know him as Kai from EXO, and we already know how powerful of a performer he is in Super M as well. This is another sticker that I forgot to show. So I think for him, the hard part was trying to figure out how he was going to distinguish himself away from those groups. And he did it. I mean, honestly, I am not mad at it at all. And I think that because he took so much time to curate this album and actually handpick individual tracks and even have a hand in the fashion as well and creative side with the music videos, I think that it was able to give us this high quality album. And you know, I'm just so happy to see that it's being received well by people outside of the fandom. And I'm also really excited to see what he has to offer for next year and for the years after that, because I really do think that he is a superstar, and he definitely has that it factor that makes you want to look at him. And you know, I was actually talking to Lee about this, and you know, Lee is pretty subjective. He's not like he's a K-pop fan, but he's not like, you know, a K-pop stan. So he's actually pretty hard on his criticism of like albums and music and stuff like that. So he told me immediately after the album dropped and he listened to the single and some of the songs, he was like, you know what, Kai gets my first A+. And I was like, oh my god, are you serious? He was like, yeah, this album was like pretty good, like I'm not mad at it. So, you know, Kai, you did well, sweetie. You did. What's that meme from Mean Girls? That's how I feel. I feel like Regina's mom as I watched just how well received this album was. Okay, so now I'm gonna actually talk about like the pictures, because I feel like I spent so much time talking about the album that I do want to sort of discuss what I'm seeing. This gives me very Alice in Wonderland, because you know there's a lot of nature. It's very it's also kind of creepy, not gonna lie, because it's shot at nighttime, or that's what that's the direction they wanted to go for. I think my favorite pictures from this album, or from this photo book, let me see, it was definitely the black and white section, because I love black and white. I love the whole black and white look, the whole black and white aesthetic, because it's so classy, and it's like it definitely brings out a different emotion that photographs in color do. And I study photography and filmmaking, so for me, like when I look at a portrait, I really tend to look at the full image in terms of not just the composition, but the lighting. Like even this lighting, when I first saw the teasers for this, I immediately thought of old Hollywood and noir films, because the lighting was so important, especially for film back in the day when they shot in black and white. You know, it's not like the way it is today, where you can use your regular camera either on an iPhone or a DSLR. You know, back then they had to manipulate lighting so that it can come out a certain way in the shot. And so I'm not sure what camera they used to shoot this, but I loved how they played around with lighting, because you can see here the strobes. This is, I don't know if it's like lighting or it was like added after, but I love black and white, and the effect that it sort of has on the person viewing the image. Okay, I'd have to say this is my favorite picture. It's giving me, like I said, very Hollywood noir, but it's also giving me Madonna, Vogue. It's very in Vogue. I was gonna say on Vogue. It's very in Vogue. I love the way he has his hands behind his head, and just the sort of silhouette of his body. He has such a great body. But yeah, so this was version X. I'm gonna move on to open up the next album. Oh, but before I move on, this comes with it as well. I believe these are like posters. So they're smaller posters. There's actually, each album does, if you purchase, no, you have to purchase the bigger posters individually, which I did, but I'll shoot that separately. Yeah, these are the individual posters. So if you guys want to know how they look, this is one. Oh, this gave me old Hollywood as well, but it gave me North by Southwest, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. It's, you know, because again, it just gives you that old Hollywood allure. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that movie, but that, as soon as I saw that, I tweeted that immediately. This right here. this is what I mean. This is old Hollywood to the T, down. Even the way that this is black and white, but it's done, it's not, it's like a black and white, but it's a darker black and white. It's more of a grayscale, and it's very old Hollywood. Oh, I love it. And even the suit, the way that, you know, they dressed him, and behind him is like this vast landscape, and he's the main focus of the photograph. It's so dramatic, and it's so beautifully done. And that's what old Hollywood was about. It was about emphasizing and being theatrical. And I feel like that's what Kai did with this photo shoot. I love it. I haven't seen this picture until now. He's like on, I think he's on top of the bus. Yeah, this is really pretty as well. So while you guys are watching, comment down below and tell me your first impressions of the album. You can tell me your favorite song. Were your expectations for the album met? See, this is very Madonna, Vogue. But it's also very like old school commercial. Like back then when they had to, when the ads were in print, so like in magazines, it's giving me that. That's what it gives me. Oh, very Mad Men as well. On the whole, old Hollywood. Well, 1950s, 1960s feel. I also love this with the lyrics just sort of tattooed on him. Thought that's really cool. Oof. I couldn't. This is my favorite. Did I say this is my favorite one? Because this is my favorite one. This is definitely going up. This is going up in my wall. So yeah, like, did it meet your expectations? Were you blown away, or were you not satisfied with the album? You know, it's okay. Like, here in this channel, you can freely express your opinions. No one is gonna put you down for having an opinion, and I think that's something that both Leah and I try to do with our channel, because, you know, we love having people have freedom of will and freedom of thought, and I think we can handle each other as adults. And so, you know, sometimes creative criticism is helpful. I like this one too. It's a close-up. Oh my god, there's a lot more, but I am way too slow opening this because I'm wearing gloves, as you can see. I want it to be like kind of mysterious, but also like super profesh, like, you know how like mukbangers do it. I kind of like took inspiration from that. And while we're on the old Hollywood theme, I kind of wanted to wear like those gloves that old Hollywood movie stars used to wear. Okay, so this is more of that Alice in Wonderland. Oh, I love this one. I hope we get to see more of this look, because this is really, really beautiful. It's so beautiful. This is another one. It's so pretty. I love the soft focus in the background. Honestly, Kai is a work of art. He is a work of art. Okay, so back to talking about how proud I am of Kai. I am extremely, extremely proud of him, as I'm sure other XOLs are. You know, he put out the best album for a soloist debut, in my opinion. And, you know, we're all allowed to have different opinions here on this channel, but I honestly feel like, you know, he gave us something different. Like, I don't think I've seen a visual album release for a K-pop act. This is him in the cowboy look by the mountains. Oh, this is very fashion. I love this right here. The lace sort of covering his face. Yeah, like, he gave us everything we could have asked for. I'm not mad at him one bit. And this is the last one. I'm not sure if this comes with every version, but we're gonna see, because, you know, I'm gonna open the other versions. So that was version X, and so now I'm gonna move on to version Y. Version Y, I would call this the Matrix meets Yeezy. It's very much that. So I'm just gonna take the band, put it to the side. I'm gonna try to be careful again. So when you open up this album, you are met by this beautiful image of Kai just being suspended in air. I love the colors again of the lighting that they chose to do here. It's like a purple bluish one, and the backdrop is red. So now I'm just gonna try to be careful opening the album. Okay, here we go. Again, very Yeezy, very Matrix, very avant-garde in a sense of, you know, I think this is less about the fashion and more about a movement. Even though, you know, this, he's serving us Yeezy. Yeezy down. So what else? Okay, what else do we talk about? Like, okay, we already talked about the album. Oh, okay, well, while we're here, if you haven't seen the music video for, you know, I definitely recommend you guys to watch it. It's a very pretty music video, along with the film, because he, again, this is sort of like a visual album, so he released a shorter cut of all of the songs put together. So it's called Kai Film. I love this. Again, I honestly really love when Kai is just fully dressed up and just giving us businessman, giving us model, giving us I work in Wall Street, and I have a penthouse apartment in Fifth Avenue. That's what I like. But yeah, so if you guys haven't watched it, definitely watch those along with his performances that he's done on music shows. Of course, every view counts, and every view helps him win a trophy. So if you guys want Kai to win a trophy for this comeback, you know, watch his performances and vote. Just gonna put this aside. So we already looked at this, but these are the stickers that you get. They're different, I think. Yeah, they are different than the ones from the other album. And this is the photo card that I got. So this is Kai's favorite photo card, actually. So I'm really lucky to have gotten that in my first draw. So yeah, if you guys are interested in helping Kai snag a trophy for his first music show, I will put some links in the description for how you guys can help. I think, I think he deserves it. He's worked so hard for 9 months to, put this album together. I think it would be an amazing gift to give him for the gifts he gave us. So, please help us out in voting for Kai. So in terms of what I'm getting for the visuals for this, I'd also say this is very like fashion print. It's something, I love this one. I love this outfit. It might be a little controversial. But I really like it. It's so pretty. So as I was saying before my camera cut off, I really like this outfit from this version the most, because despite all the colors around Kai, I think all of this is done so that the main focus can be on his face. And it's like, he has like very minimal makeup on him. His face looks very clean. I don't know. But how do I say this? I just think it looks very fashionable. These look like they can just be campaigns for Gucci, honestly, and I'm not mad at it. See, I love this because this is like an image. Is it this one, or there's one where it's like an image layered on top of the other? Oh, this is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So this was version Y. I don't think I've shown you guys, but this is what it looks like. I think this is really cool. I like all the fonts. Okay. So I'm just gonna quickly check the CD is the same. I'm just gonna quickly check if the posters are any different. Oh, they are. Oh, they are. See, Kai did not come to play with this album. He gave us so much material, guys. It's honestly stunning. Oof, I just saw the first one. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. You see this? It's one of the posters. This is the back for that one. Let me just move this a little bit to the side. Oh my god, the next poster. You guys are gonna die. How would I describe myself as an Aragam? I think I'm more like of a soft fan, But damn, you see this? Do you guys see this? I don't think you guys can see the full effect. Kai. This is Kai's lead. This is Kai, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kai. I would describe myself as a soft fan just because, I'm like those fans that think of their biases as sons. Even though he's older than me. But, like, he's still my son. I think it's because I honestly get so proud whenever I see anything that has to do with him. This is really pretty. I love the hat. so pretty, right? This reminds me of his performance with EXO, Baby Don't Cry, the water underneath. Oh, I think it's supposed to be like this. Yeah, I would describe myself as a soft fan. Though I am friends with some hard Aragams, and it's all cool. Oh, so actually, this is kind of funny. During one of the fan video meets, someone told Kai about our fandom name. Airy stands for XOL and Gom stands for bear. So, for those of you guys who are confused whenever I say the word Arigam or Erigam, that's what I mean. This is the next one. It's very pretty. I love the colors. So I'm actually really excited to put up these albums on my K-pop sort of mini shelf. I don't have that many albums physically. Before I bought them, I used to just get the songs off of iTunes. But now I'm sort of, trying to collect K-pop albums. So unfortunately, I don't have much albums that I really loved, like my favorite albums. I just have the ones that I've been able to sort of buy. And you shouldn't feel bad if you don't have the money or resources to buy an album. I think there are other ways for you to support your favorite K-pop artist or K-pop group. Albums are just albums. You can, if you really want to support, you can listen to it on Spotify. You can watch videos on YouTube. There are other ways. I mean, physical albums are just great to have if you're really into collecting things and like to have things physically. Oof. Okay. There's a huge mystery around this. Like, where is the video for this, Kai? Because the first teaser sort of that he released was this, where he was jumping into the water and he was submerged. But after that, we didn't see any of that in any album. So I'm wondering, is this a separate video? Are we getting a repackage? Because I know the Jewel CD is coming out, but I don't think that's a repackage. That's the same album, just they're just selling like the CD without the photo books. But yeah, as I was saying, like, honestly, don't feel bad if you don't have the money to right now buy K-pop albums, because you can get them once you have a job. Version Z. This is the one where it's very colorful. So these are the posters, but when you open up this version, whoop, I already got the photo card. It just fell out. But when you open up this version, this is the picture you get. It's so cool. I love the tattoos here. For those of you guys who don't know, these tattoos are drawings of Kai's father that he drew in like this book for his niece and nephew. And I don't know if any of you guys, know this, but his father unfortunately passed away. But he still carries him very much in his heart. And I think his father was the main reason he got into K-pop. If his father didn't bribe him into getting a Nintendo game, he wouldn't have auditioned for SM. So, you know, we have to thank him. But the tattoos, the symbolic meaning of the tattoos, you know, is that they're drawings of his father. I love this one too. Honestly, I love all the versions, but woo, I was waiting for this. Because honestly, look at this. Look at the coloring. Coloring really plays a difference in a photograph. I love the purple with the neon blue. I would say even aqua. That's an aqua, right? And these tattoos were done so that they can glow in the dark. I love it. Honestly, this is beautiful. This is just beautiful. Okay, if I had to pick between the photo books, my favorite ones. Oh my god, this one is winning my heart. I swear this might be number one, just because it's so beautiful. Oh my god. You know, I'm a sucker for like old Hollywood aesthetic, but give me Demon Kai any day. It's so pretty. But yeah, as I was saying, oh, it's so beautiful. This reminds me of his outfit for Confession when he did his solo stages for Super M. Beautiful. I mean, honestly gorgeous. Okay, this is the CD. Let me just pull it a bit more. This is the CD, and these are the stickers you get with it. I think this is different, but besides that. Okay, and then I got Devil Kai. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I actually wanted that one the most. I wanted Devil Kai the most. And then second, it would be Cowboy Kai. And I'm debating whether or not I should buy more albums because I want to collect all the photo cards. But there's so many photo cards to collect. Oh my god. I don't know. But like, if I do, I would like, you know, give away those albums, but I'd feel bad for giving away an album without a photo card, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, maybe I'll buy the photo cards. But look at this, it's so pretty. Just put this to the side. Yeah. So, another thing I wanted to say in this video is, like, I know some people were kind of, like, upset with, like, how late this album was released because news came out. The news of him having a solo album came out, if I'm not mistaken, in June. And so, from the announcement until now, it's, like, half of a year, right? But honestly speaking, even though his album came out in a tough month with a lot of other competition, I'm actually happy that we got this during Christmas, around, you know, December month, because it just feels so great to end the year with this album. And this year has been a tough year for many reasons. And, you know, congratulations to anyone watching this video because you made it through a pandemic. This is something that you'll be able to tell your kids when you're older. 2020 was such a chaotic year, honestly. And for me personally, it was such a chaotic year. Like January, oh my god, I don't even want to talk about it, but like the beginning of this year was chaotic, and it, you know, usually the starts usually the way January plays out reflects how the rest of the year is gonna be. So January was really chaotic for me, so of course the rest of 2020 was gonna be chaotic. But you know, this is nice. Like, it's just, you can relax now. I feel relaxed, and I feel like generally feel relaxed. I felt like this album came at a great time, the end of the year. And like he said, it's a gift to us. So I just think it's all of the meanings, everything combined, just so beautifully makes me happy when I listen to the album and I look at all of these things. So now I'm gonna open the posters. So this is the poster. I really love it. This gives me 80s glamour and also rock. Maybe I'll put it like that. Maybe that will be a better idea. Yeah, this is just a great present for all XOLs. So to talk more about the album, you know, what I loved about it is that Kai decided to give us an album with no features. Like, how iconic and legendary is that? But if I did have to, you know, pick an artist I would have loved for Kai to have a collaboration with, definitely his best friend Lee Taemin. They did release a song with Taemin's first mini album called Pretty Boy, and they really haven't promoted that song ever since. But it's one of my favorite collaborations just because it's between my two favorite artists. And I think because of their friendship and their dynamic and just their ability as performers, dancers, you know, I feel like they would give us a bomb-ass collaboration. So I would like to see a Pretty Boy 2.0, or just give us something new. Give us something that, you know, will go down in the history of the books. This picture, this one is definitely going up. So pretty. I honestly wanted to try for the fan meets, but you have to buy like 1,000 albums. You have to spend like $1,000 on the albums, and oof, right now I don't think any I would say the majority of us are not in a financial situation where we can just spend $1,000 on something as, you know, something as frivolous. Not frivolous is not the word. Something as I don't think any of us are in a position to spend that much money on albums. I like this one too. And I was actually surprised that he has a translator for the fan meets, because I was dead ass like thinking like, oh my god, I'm gonna struggle talking to him. Like, I'm gonna have to use Google Translate or get one of my friends who speaks Korean to translate what I want to say to him. So that's part of the other reason why I really do want to try for the video fan meet. If he has one for his next album, I would love to. I also want to see him live in concert. You know, I've seen EXO every time that they've come to the East Coast here to New York / New Jersey. I've been to those concerts, and I went to the Super M one. So I've seen Kai in person. He is so beautiful. But I want to see Kai on his own. Like, I want to see a Kai concert. And I feel like it would be great if he did like a tour with Lee Taemin. Like obviously Kai wouldn't be like the main he wouldn't be the main act. He would probably be the opening act for Taemin if he were to do a world tour. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Another suggestion would be like if they do an SM town. It's been too long, and they have so many other acts now that I feel like they have enough music to be able to do an SM town again here in Madison Square Garden. I love this picture, of course. The abs. Oof. Guys. This one. I think did I say something else is my favorite? I think this might be my favorite. Yeah, I would just love to see them do a SM town. Like that would just be amazing. I love this one too. It gives me very Prince. Very Prince. Not the musical artist, but like an actual prince. Like he's a prince of a small country. So that was it for version Z. Version Y. It's version Y. And last but not least, version X. These are the posters. They came folded, unfortunately. Like I said, I pre-ordered the album, so I wasn't able to add those shipping tubes to my order. But these posters are huge. I'm gonna have to like do a wide shot of this. But I got 3 posters, I believe. 3. Yep, I got 3 posters. So I'll see you guys in just a bit with the wide shot of this. Thank you guys for tuning in to this unboxing video. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely subscribe. We are going to be working on more videos, but thank you guys for an amazing year. Our channel grew dramatically in just a couple of months, and Lee and I, you know, we can't thank you guys enough. So leave a comment down below telling me whether or not I should unbox more K-pop albums, because I do have some of them here. This is the first unboxing video that I do. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video.